The Partygate inquiry is not about whether there were parties in number 10 during COVID lockdown. We know there were. Remember the birthday party, the suitcase of booze, the broken swing, and this.
Would the Prime Minister condone having a Christmas?
What's the answer?
I don't know.
It wasn't a party, it was cheese and wine.
Well, the Met Police issued 126 fixed penalty notices, including one for Boris Johnson and another to Rishi Sunak. Civil servant Sue Gray investigated 15 events, some of which were drunken and rowdy. She concluded that there were failures of leadership and judgment by different parts of number 10 and the Cabinet Office. All of this quickened the conclusion of Boris Johnson's premiership, and the inquiry, which is all about him, is fraught with political danger. It could possibly lead to a by-election and the former PM losing his Uxbridge seat. Now, we're a long, long way from that, but let me explain how we could get there. Now, 7 MPs make up the team tasked by Parliament with investigating. Conservatives, you can see the 4 here, with blue around their pictures, have a majority, but these parliamentarians are all pretty independent-minded. Their chair is the veteran Labour MP, Harriet Harman. They will focus on what Boris Johnson said in the Commons, if he misled MPs, and whether that constitutes a contempt of Parliament. They're looking at just 68 words at 2 Prime Minister's questions. Firstly, this, on the 1st of December 2021.
All guidance was followed completely during number 10.
All guidance was followed completely. Well, a week later, that line had changed.
I have been repeatedly assured since these allegations emerged that there was no party and that no COVID rules were broken. I'm sickened myself and furious about that. But I repeat what I have said to him, that I have been repeatedly assured that the rules were not broken. The guidance was followed and the rules were followed at all times.
So why did Boris Johnson's answers change, and who was he being repeatedly assured by? We understand the committee has requested the PM's official briefing documents and is taking written evidence from witnesses to help answer their key question. What did Boris Johnson know and when? They will have a chance to ask him face-to-face when he's called to give evidence. If they decide he misled Parliament, and if they decide that constitutes a contempt, they must then choose a sanction. That could include a suspension from the Commons. Now, MPs would need to approve this, but if Boris Johnson was suspended for at least 10 sitting days, that would trigger a recall petition. And then, if just 10% of voters, if Boris Johnson's Uxbridge and South Ruislip constituency signed a petition, he would lose his job as an MP. But he'd be eligible to stand in the by-election that would follow. Now, this inquiry has been going on in private for months. It's gradually reaching its climax, and depending on what's discovered, it could end very badly for Boris Johnson.